We are back with some more Danganronpa. Almost at V3. Wrong game. What's this shit called? Oh, Too Good. Danganronpa 2. Goodbye Despair. We are back. I am Saucery, or iPhone 9, however you may know me as. Last time we left off, Byakuya got the proverbial hands and died. And we did the investigation. So we're gonna jump right into the trial. So let's read this. Byakuya Togami was killed. The blue hue of our vacation is now a crimson red. Is the killer really one of us? Or is it someone else? The class trial starts now. Indeed it does. Here we go. Holy shit, it's time.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
This is what we've been waiting for.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that person will earn the right to leave this island.
I think as far as like my voice goes, the best part about these trials is that I won't have to use so much of my impersonation voice until after the trial's over.
Such a cruel rule.
Is that rope or like human link?
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Among Us? Are they gonna keep making these jokes?
Most
I mean,
definitely.
this game
There's no
purely
doubt that the
predates
blackened is
Among Us.
lurking among
I
you.
can't act ignorant for the hell of it.
Such a sad state of affairs. By the way,
Whoops.
this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry.
I guess that's a good thing, right?
I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate monogamy, of course.
Damn.
You hate me that much?
That's just damn.
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin.
Look at his just dead portrait.
What are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Facts. I mean, no, not facts.
Were you even
Why did
listening to the rules?
Why did I agree to that just now?
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? And
Yeah,
everyone there is a fucking suspect.
that is true.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
He kind of made it quite clear what that meant.
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Being,
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
where
We found the body. It's very strange to find
Ah,
a body
yeah,
underneath
okay.
the table.
it's a good place to start.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
She's so soft-spoken. The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining table, we can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that. No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. True. Simple tutorials, yeah. I know how truth bullets work. Does Kazuchi have Crocs on? Or are those like yellow slip-ons? Knife, blood stain under the table, gaps. If this operates
Why
like the
was
same game, I
Byakuya's
should be fine.
body in a place like that?
Is it triangle? Yeah,
His
it
body
is.
was underneath the table,
It might be
the very
knife.
back of the dining hall.
After the killer
yeah.
murdered
Controls are
Byakuya,
the same.
they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why?
That's probably it.
Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
No, it's gotta be bloodstain. What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like...
His body was under at the very back.
After the killer murdered, they probably moved the body there.
No, that's wrong!
The first, no, that's wrong. Holy shit. We're in it now.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Nah, that big ass nigga.
Huh?
The only person who could move him was taking a fucking shit.
Try to remember what the body looked
was
like
holding
when
it.
we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
Bro, Byakuya got done fucking foul, dude.
So that's why you think it's impossible. that
Like,
the
I'm still
killer-
trying to process the fact that he is under the
get your
table, shanked to fucking death.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
It's okay, you weren't there.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
What? Okay,
I respond better to praise, you know.
yeah.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
Talk your shit, sorcery.
What?
It's not
You
shit.
think he
but
was killed under the table?
Speaking of shit,
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
true.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
That nigga made not one joke the entire time we've been on this
The
island.
hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
I'm like,
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
perhaps. I'm seeing this purple outline on some of the characters.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing... Wow, thanks for letting me read. If it's connected to what he was doing during the party... Wait, what am I looking for? If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... Is it this? This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong. Well, shit. The reason Byakuya dove under the table. I think it's the knife. I'm jumping the gun.
I can prove it with this.
There we go. Yeah, I'm jumping the gun.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Facts.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am a murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility.
True.
But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw
Yeah,
it
he
right
definitely...
at that moment.
He wouldn't have let that shit slide if he knew before the fact.
Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
Would he even fit where Chiaki is standing?
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
I mean, Hifumi sure as fuck didn't.
Of course. I have proof.
Actually, how big is Byakuya? Because Hifumi was like 3 something, like 340. 286. Wait, how tall is he? You're 6 foot and that's what 286 makes you look like? Wow, I'm blessed. That's all I can say. What is this proof?
This is almost like a real trial.
As someone who's 6 foot and over 300, I don't look like that to any degree. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot, but from now on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will only be one lie/contradiction in the debate at a time. This means that there will be false weak spots. If you shoot false weak spots with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute, you'll lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If it reaches 0, you fail, so be extra careful. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down RB, yeah, good, we know that. So I like how it's like a trust thing, because in the original like prototype of Danganronpa, everything was trust based.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table. During the blackout.
We have a shit ton of fucking...
That sounds correct.
Yeah, I'm not refuting that.
If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Facts.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Cap.
No, that's wrong.
I counter your claim. Counterclaim.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision
Them
goggles.
big ass fucking Sam Fisher ass goggles. Trifocals.
So,
Well,
are
no.
you saying Byakuya was
There's
the
only
one who
two
used those
fucking
night
things.
vision goggles?
Yes,
Yeah,
Pecco.
that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Oh my god, what are you talking about? Mahiru,
No, that's
What is your
obviously
problem?
wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way around?
what?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
What are you saying right now? Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden dumbass refute? Yeah. Just between you and me. I was also surprised. Kazuichi kinda dripped out. Y'all niggas be hating. He probably the flyest one on Jabberwock Island. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go in a one-to-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. These are so much fun in V3. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the person's remark with the left stick. Based off the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore that person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counters displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews in your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, okay, y'all chatting. A minute. Bro. Fire music, I love the freeze. Knife, Duralumin case, it's Duralumin case.
If you just use common, the killer obviously used
shit.
those night vision. That's gotta be it.
No, stop being
Where's your proof that
stupid,
the killer used them?
right?
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality.
No shit.
So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
No.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I'm so used to the V3 version where I can actively choose how I want to cut.
Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
In this one, you have to commit with the one direction you go.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party,
Mm-hmm.
we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
You know what they say about people who assume.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Yeah, you should have just asked me instead of assuming. See, Ibuki?
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
I don't think so. This snare kind of go dumb
If there
though.
were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Alright, Chris Chan.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
I don't know where I got Chris Chan from. Should have said Nova's online. The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. The duct tape.
I see!
Yeah.
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found.
I'm not gonna lie. I love Makoto in both the anime and the visual novel. But and nothing towards the voice actor, because I'm not even saying it's him. But sometimes he just sounds like a little bitch. Now, Johnny Young Bosch, the guy who plays Hajime in this game, he sounds so calm and just relaxed.
Huh? Duct tape?
Even fucking anime Makoto wasn't annoying compared to visual novel. Yeah, I understand. Head ass nigga.
They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Yeah, go see a barber.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
My dumbass wants to say that thing on the left looks like a stapler.
That's true.
But I think that's
He
the
went above
NVG
and
case.
beyond, being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it,
This nigga neck.
that applies to the
Crazy.
dangerous items he
Pause.
confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying
You're saying
predicted the
probably,
murder?
like-
Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
I kinda know so, actually. Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility a murder was gonna take place. It was this letter that I tried showing earlier.
I can prove it with this.
See? Hajime
Everyone,
sounds
can you please
so
take a look at this?
cool. Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. Who wrote that shit?
What the hell is this?
To note
Hajime and I found this
made out
in
of paper.
Byakuya's cottage.
with lettering on it.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent
His
to him.
pillowist cottage, might I add.
So, who's the someone?
That's what we're trying to
Nobody
figure
besides
out.
Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me.
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies.
What does that even mean?
Those are still lies.
How are you sweating?
Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter. What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place. He tried
you
to
dumb?
create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
You see, actually, another thing I like about this game is that everyone takes turns sharing information and facts. It's not always like in the first game, it was just Makoto, Kyoko, and sometimes other Byakuya. Like, everyone's pitching in based on what they know.
As long as
Or
he
what
was
they think they
determined
know.
not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. A strong sense of responsibility.
And since we
I believe the letter was
did
legitimate.
the investigation with Nagito, you know, he has a lot of, like, insider knowledge. Because we were
Should
there
have
with
told
him.
us he received a threatening letter.
No way.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So,
Ibu,
you tried
can
to
you
do
relax?
something about it without telling anyone?
Naturally.
I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
It was me.
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among Us. Oh my god. Bro, I'm gonna have to get like a stream deck. So every time someone says Among Us, I play the little audio clip. Ding, 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 ding. Who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
Or maybe I should add an overlay on my OBS to have a counter that says Among Us references. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Forward, they never would have committed
Might do
a
that
murder
for
in the first
next
place.
time. But I still can't believe it. I'm talking over them. Let me stop. Someone in the room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What
Yes.
is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
Uh-huh.
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
That question just gave me
You're right.
shivers.
They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the
How do
goggles
you
when he took
see?
the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
He looks like, what's that character from, Baldi's Basics? I'm gonna pull it up. He looks like her. What the fuck is going on over there?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
It's true. The killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get to the knife from under the table with the glowing paint.
I see.
Byakuya himself.
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But
Possibly.
painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
It does, doesn't it?
They had to have already known.
It does seem that way.
That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
Maybe.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you! Pecco
Oh
Pecco
shit, this nigga going to the accusation stage.
Pecco killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for two glasses wearers?
I'm not the killer.
Oh, I guess
I like how
she's not.
soft tone she is. Akane, what?
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Pecco's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
What I was realizing playing the first Danganronpa game on my own time is that I realized that you can spot a throwaway character who may not necessarily be a killer or get killed, but they truly derail every trial to some degree, unless it's something that involves them personally.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
Like, for instance, Yasuhiro in the first game derailed every fucking trial. Like, literally everything that came out of his mouth was pure stupid shit. Until it was about him in chapter 3, when Hifumi talked about the farm. Because the crime was pinned on him. Before and after the fact, dumbass nigga. And I hate to call Akane that, but like she is this game's Yasuhiro. By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Pecco was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing testimonies, please fire truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with the weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the start button, you can review the controls. What? Okay. So we have 3 different accounts here.
Since Pecco was in the office,
Let's actually... What is Tero's account? Okay, irrelevant.
she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
What's Chiaki's account? I just want to make sure I have all my facts straight, so I don't start blindly shooting bullets. No, that's unrelated. So it's gotta be Nekomaru's account.
Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Hiyoko, shut the fuck up, bro. I hate you.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
These are all blue.
Impossible.
Huh? Why is it
I have to
Because I was
agree
not in the
with
office, not even before
her.
the blackout.
I agree with that.
Oh, that's Queen. I fuck with that.
No, I think Pecco is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pecco.
Might be the other way around, truth be told.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pecco's alibi.
Oh god. I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party.
His neck is crazy. The neck to head ratio is disrespectful.
Freed up after Byakuya's
Disrespectful
body
is
was
crazy.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pecco was in the dining hall after
Peccoyama.
the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
Nigga, that's not your business.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
Okay, but I'm not siding with Mahiru.
She locked herself in the bathroom for that long? There's no doubt. It's shit.
I mean, to my derail thing, I mean, he's technically not, since she was a suspect just now.
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners? Or were you raised in a locker room?
Both.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about
I don't
this
think
and move on
men
to something else?
joke about shit in locker rooms. I mean, at least not in high school locker rooms we did that shit.
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that
Or middle
strong.
school.
I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I mean, truth be told, nobody likes using the locker room bathroom.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
She had that diarrhea.
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach.
Bro, that's me when I drink milk.
Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Bro, taking a shit in the pitch dark is diabolical.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
I've said all there is to say. Look at him.
Seriously, stop it.
Somebody should have been put hands on him. Talking like, just...
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
I wonder what would happen if I got high playing this. I'd die 10 times
Hey,
over.
what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
You didn't either.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Do we have access to those?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
That's really random, though. The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or intentionally caused. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial can change drastically. I mean, we never saw anything that would suggest that, right?
Did you eat anything weird?
I mean,
I don't remember eating anything weird.
it's gotta be party
Now that you
dishes.
mention it,
Because Akane ate too.
you brought food to the office, right? Just a little.
That's the
bit
thing.
from
Not everyone ate. That's the thing.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong.
Bro is hung up on laxatives.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall.
This nigga be pop. Bro, imagine you say you pop laxatives.
Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
Bro, this just reminds me of that one CJ So Cool quote-unquote prank where he fed his fucking kids laxatives and then he filmed it and they were suffering. Like, I don't know how people watch CJ So Cool and he's out here poisoning children for views.
I feel totally fine.
His children.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
Only thing cool about him is that damn meme. I'll be popping bottles.
I apologize for causing a scene. Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
I mean, she's not wrong.
Cease this bickering.
Oh.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
I like how Sony just put a hard stop on all that shit.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
And y'all see why I don't like her?
Trashy skank?
I don't know anyone who likes or loves Danganronpa who's like, oh yeah, Hiyoko's my favorite. As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. We need to make it clear how that occurred. It's gotta be the irons.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Oh yeah, look at me.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be
I
the
missed.
breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
That's gotta be it.
Or maybe they caused
I missed
a power
again.
surge?
I agree with that.
Wow, I'm sitting here dick riding everyone's fucking thoughts, and the whole time it was Mahiru.
Just as Mahiru said, the blackout was caused by a power surge.
I mean, Sonya sounded right,
Of
right?
course, that's not a coincidence.
Wrong.
Someone
Two rights don't make a
caused
right.
it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons
As
on
a
in
kid,
the
I never
storage
knew
room,
how-
they deliberately caused a power surge.
I never knew how irons work,
Yeah. It seems that's
and I
how
don't
the killer
understand how
caused the
people burn
blackout.
themselves on them. Like, to use the iron, it should be face down. If you're touching the metal bottom part, and it should be face down during use, then you're just asking for it. What the fuck? That face just...
Hold on a second, let me speak too.
Yeah, speak, man.
What the heck?
You
What's
say
your
the
problem?
irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Yeah.
That's inexcusable!
How? But it... What is your AC timer?
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout,
Oh
then
shit.
for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
The people who were in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout? Is that really it? Narrowing down the suspects like that is dangerous. I should address that first. I'm trying to give...
turn the irons on.
What I'm doing by being slow is I want everyone to hear
You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that
what
means
they're saying.
everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words.
And then I just find the right... the first one, man.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
The air conditioners!
Why are you acting like that?
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hams died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage.
It means
in
without a
advance
doubt.
And used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia,
Damn.
not you too.
Nekomaru bagged her. He fumbled.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it. Dun dun dun!
Wait.
Is
Why?
she right? Such a hateful bear!
Not why, but is it true?
Die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so,
Yeah, that shit was like so high up on the wall.
if I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
Or maybe you would have caught whoever in the act.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
Very non-practical.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
What I find interesting is that like we heard like no sounds of someone getting stabbed or Byakuya like when he was getting stabbed.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Assuming he got stabbed in the throat first, I guess it wouldn't have been possible.
Even so,
To
the
hear him.
killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find him.
Why are you happy about it?
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Oh,
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
this music does not match this tone of energy.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh my gosh, I might have to. Hold on, I'm gonna let this auto.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident.
Yes.
For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
That's shitty. Oh, fuck.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately...
Have we, though? How long has this been?
Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads
We're actually almost an hour in, and yeah, we have not narrowed down any suspects.
That might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway,
Bro.
I have an idea about what we all should do at this point.
Yeah?
Has anyone thought about our situation like this?
What?
Instead of surviving by doubting others,
Oops.
isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
To get killed for believing in others? What does that mean?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Lee, I didn't even see that you chatted, but hi. Thanks for stopping by.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
Perhaps.
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior.
I like how my stream froze on my phone, so I didn't even know if it was still going, but OBS is telling me that it's still on. So great.
Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is.
If we don't, we're all literally dead.
I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
Oh, you were here 20 minutes ago. Holy shit.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too.
Yeah, you've been saying it all game.
Please, take me home already.
I don't know where you live.
I want to go home and eat candy.
Oh my god, aren't you a teenager?
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
I'm gonna shit myself.
We're all friends, aren't we?
Allegedly.
There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares?
Exactly.
Let's just give up already.
What do you mean?
There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
We have a shit ton of clues that we haven't even, like, really gotten into yet.
That's wrong.
Thank you.
I think.
Somebody with sound mind speaking.
Did you say something?
Nigga.
We've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
Really? Why are you whispering?
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
A suspicious person?
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all,
Share with the
let's try
class.
thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Right, yeah.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
Right.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow of the paint, in order to do that, they needed to get close to the table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right?
Yes, please.
Here it is.
Look at that nigga's name right next to the fucking cord. Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. It's Nagito, bro. We need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. That cord. The killer probably used something to help him move in the dark. Oh shit. So select a suspicious spot.
Here!
Yep, that cable.
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
That's fucking crazy.
Desk lamp?
Look at fucking Ibuki.
They turned on a light or something.
Nigga.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Nigga number 2. Of course there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. They used the power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
True.
Power cord?
Mm-hmm.
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right?
Right.
By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
Right.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Fucking Nagito. Or Mika, I'm like right there too.
Who?
Are you reading the diagram? The only person here who could have possibly done it. Bro. Where is he? This nigga.
You're the only one!
Being all happy-go-lucky about hope and shit.
It was you, wasn't it?
Oh shit. You're right there on the fucking diagram.
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
Nah, bro. We don't live in a world where stuff like that is real.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Right when he was cleaning.
I see!
Yeah, because he
weren't you cleaning the dining hall
was in charge of doing that shit.
If so,
Nigga was scheming all day, bro.
That's
perfectly within logic.
And the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously, that's all just a coincidence.
Well,
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
wonder, is something like that even possible?
No.
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
He sure fucking did. Ew. That skit was funny. To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. It was premeditated as fuck. Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
How would he have rigged drawing sticks?
I don't know
I mean,
if
we
you're
were
the
all
killer or
we were
not,
all there.
But regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
Do you have anything to say in defense?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan.
So you gonna punch the shit out of him?
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already.
Come on, say something.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
Are we really jumping to that conclusion already?
Nagito, say something.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. Talk. Ew. Oh my god. This nigga is demonic. Nah, I'm having nightmares tonight.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death.
What is this face? I can't look at that.
How wonderful. How beautiful
I
it
can't
is.
look at that face.
Huh?
I can't look at that face. That. Don't zoom in on it. Oh my god. I'm actually have to cover my fucking screen. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
He just looks fucking insane now.
I'm the
Ew.
one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table
Who
in
is
the
this
dark.
naked man on my screen?
And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone.
Nagito low-key dripped.
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. And with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery.
Yeah, you tried that shit. Trying to fucking spoil shit in the chat.
Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature?
And they fucking left.
Were you lying to us this entire time?
Imagine trying to spoil the story for me, and I already played the game before. Actually, no, I haven't played the game. I've seen someone play the game before. Dumbass niggas, bro. You were sitting in my stream, lurking to set up a spoiler, and you're mad because you got deleted and banned within the same minute? Nuts, bro. Couldn't be me.
I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless.
Stupid ass nigga really tried that shit on my stream, bro. Hell no. I'm actually kind of lucky nobody else is in here right now, because I wouldn't want anybody to be spoiled like that. If anybody watching wants to be a mod, hit me up.
I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I'm too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Nigga, relax.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
Do people actually do that?
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
What?
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
Actually, Lee, I'll make you a mod, because you were one on my YouTube. So I might as well make you one here. Is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did.
This dude.
There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I can't believe niggas really was just sitting in the stream, just waiting to just randomly spoil the game.
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find
And
someone who would stop.
they probably hee into him. So I was thinking, oh, I just run this nigga's stream. Little does he know, I know what's going on. Think. I'm doing the Invincible reference. Think, dumbass, think.
Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel so.
I'm gonna try to just let it go, even though I have to look at the fact that I deleted the shit and banned them on my my feed.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
True. Like I'm being derailed from what's actually going on. Then how about that old looking building near the hotel? Low-key, this man This was premeditated to the letter. Well, if it's just cleaning duty, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Mm-hmm. Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and it's full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have a chance to clean the storage room. If you stayed there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Paco was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions. It was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
What's that?
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning
I wouldn't
duty?
even know how you do something like that. It's not like, oh, if someone picked the one stick that had the red on it, he'd be like, oh, no, pick another one. Like, what?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Nagito's talent? I'm gonna say this. When it comes to there being an ultimate lucky student, I feel like there wasn't a lot that was proven, or not, no, a lot that was like showcased in Trigger Happy Havoc.
I see.
That gave Makoto that oomph to being an ultimate lucky student.
Then
Compared to Nagito, who just used his talent to set up a murder.
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
Like, a lot of people say that the first game didn't age well in certain aspects, and now have directly playing the second one after, I'm starting to like understand some of those criticisms people had
Relied on your luck?
between like how the trials were paced or how people acted based on their ultimates and stuff like that. I'm starting to like
It's not
starting to feel
just
it.
luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student,
Like
you know?
you genuinely would not, like, if you weren't paying attention to Makoto's talent, you wouldn't know he was lucky. Like, the only inference you could make is in like chapter 5, but that's it. Well, no, there's some inferences, but at the same time he's not, oh, it's because I'm the ultimate lucky student. But it's the fact that he shits on it at the very beginning, so it kind of like, it dumbs itself down at the very beginning, so it doesn't hold much weight throughout the game. Whereas in here, it's always being mentioned that Nagito's the ultimate lucky student, and how he became the ultimate lucky student, and what happens as a result of him being the ultimate lucky student. It's him being the ultimate lucky student in so many words is more complex in a way that fits the narrative in this game versus how they treated Makoto's. That's all I wanted to say. Huh? I'm left with the red mark. Huh. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem to be very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But
It was a
actually
fucking
the
setup
opposite.
from the beginning.
I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like
I
I
hate
wanted.
when his eyes get like that.
enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, oh, the despair it brings.
I'm like, the more I look at Ibuki, the more I realize she's not talked in like the
It's
last
only
like
fate
10,
that
15
used
minutes.
Symbols of hope.
Because her sprite
Used
has
his
not
death
changed.
As a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
Bro, we trusted you.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please, Monokuma!
There she goes.
Please, wait!
Hold on. Okay, let's hear her out.
The fuck?
The fuck?
How should I
Talk.
put this? Is
Bro, who did your hair? Mikon, I know a lot of people hate you, and I'm the one person who will stand up for you, but what is going on with your bangs, bro?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already...
Not really. He didn't say, I killed Byakuya. He didn't say all that.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Nigga, your existence is stressing me out. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
You know, I'm gonna be real. I hate Kyoko. She is...
we listen to what she has to say?
Some characters are way better in the anime because of how they are portrayed. Because so many different things happen in anime in conjunction to the games. It's just like, holy shit, some characters are so much better in the anime.
But we know who the killer
And she's
is.
one of them, because she's not all bratty and stupid and fucking annoying. And she actually looks maturer, I guess.
Simply listening is acceptable.
Right, listen, hear her out.
However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
What? From this point on, white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. You're too well. All right, I know this. Basically, the pink text that flies around the screen. I have to move it, or I can't hit the argument.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Kazuichi's opponent. Oops.
He has already confessed.
How do I... Actually, yeah. How do I shoot these again? I might have actually should have paid attention. Silencer... Well, I'm using a PlayStation controller. It says A, which would be
That
S.
bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hit.
I'm sorry, I keep pressing that shit.
Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to shoot fucking... Let me try on my,
I think it's strange that...
I don't
The killer
know.
is so obviously Nagito!
I regret skipping it now. It's gotta be the autopsy.
He has already confessed. You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he...
No, that's wrong!
You got it right. You haven't fucked up on the arguments yet.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
Yeah, she said it was like a thin ass
What the hell are you talking about?
thing.
It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
Listen,
Based on the entry route on
I was gonna say Eminem, but I think I made that joke last
the
time.
actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter. 5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
I wish they would like have something like to put that into perspective.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
How the hell?
Not a
Why the hell?
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon?
He's been threatening people all game.
As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
Sorry.
What you thinking,
Hey,
Chiaki?
Nagito, are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't
He
know
did.
about?
He was like, ow,
Who
at some point.
knows?
Nigga,
After all
why are you
this,
being...
What else do you intend to hide?
That scarf kind of drip. Is it Burberry? No, Burberry don't sell nothing fucking purple.
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all
Or do
silent. You piss me off. What happened during the blackout?
Oops.
If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Nigga.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Might need a nigga counter too for as much as these niggas make me say the word nigga. Everyone's.
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Bro, Akane did not read her fucking
No matter
e-handbook.
how hard you think about it, the truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Wait, what?
Not it. What's not it?
The truth beyond is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Ibuki's account, right? Because she heard everything.
I can prove it with
Yep,
this.
got you.
Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, real?
Yes. Don't act surprised. Nigga, we caught you.
You were the one who told me, remember? When
Oh my
everyone was
God.
shouting during the blackout?
Can you tell I watched too much Berlin?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
I don't like how Mahiru, whoever voiced it, or did this line, it sounds like a completely different character.
Don't step on my feet.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
It's interesting how there's, I think I said this earlier, but there's like no sound
guys?
effects.
Where
It's
are you?
just voices.
Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive.
We tried.
It's a good thing your
Oops.
ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
I've said what I've needed to say.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
However, after
Knife
hearing
of
what
truth.
Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
See, that's how you disregard people like Kyoko. You just be positive about the negative, and it cancels it out.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I'm not gonna lie, that what the hell, what's going on here is from the first game.
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
You say that like it's somewhat of a good thing. So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife, and he got shoved out from under the table before he can even grab it. It sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what
After
happened.
getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was
What were you
lying
gonna
on the
do if
table.
you did get the knife?
Hold on. Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even
Or
I
played
don't
a lot
know.
of Splinter Cell. He just like me for real.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How could that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him. But this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. This shit sharp. I think this is gonna go intermission. Yep.
Well now.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. Imagine. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course. For those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
What are you gonna do?
I got some money to put down. A, continue Guess the Killer challenge. Just kidding! You can't make a choice! There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either!
You're so evil.
That is evil. Would you like to save? Yes.